Daniel Bryan update. The Wrestling Observer newsletter is reporting that WWE Chairman Vince McMahon has told SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan that Dr. Joseph Maroon.
Did you call him Dr. Joseph Moron?
Yeah.
Moron.
Jesus. Excuse me, Dr. Moron. I would love you to operate on my neck.
I call a lot of doctors morons because I don't do that.
This guy is amazing. Maroon is amazing. Maroon is not a moron.
Okay.
What a maroon. What an ignoramus.
He's one of the best doctors in the world.
I'm a maroon.
So. Oh my God, Phoenix.
Okay,
that might be the botch of all botches.
No, you said that a million times.
This one, you keep outdoing yourself. Kudos to you. Granted, we have the new headline for the show for the wrestling news.
Phoenix botches the wrestling news. So, we'll be the person that makes the final decision regarding Bryan possibly being allowed to wrestle in WWE again. There is talk about Bryan being allowed to work a limited schedule of WWE if he is cleared. If WWE doesn't clear him, then Bryan has said he wants to wrestle again in October once his WWE contract expires.
Yeah, WWE will be in a very unique position. I don't know. I don't know what the.
What was his diagnosis, by the way?
He's wrestled for a long time in a very extreme style, very physical style. He'd suffered a lot of concussions over his career. During WWE, he had some nerve injuries, which he has, I believe, overcome, or where they're not as much of an issue. But towards the last year of his career, concussions were kind of an issue. Okay. But he'd suffered probably
you were still in
a lot of them before he ever got to WWE, where they say obviously the more concussions you have, the more susceptible you are to having them.
For sure.
It's kind of like that football thing where you need these guys. Dan is a very intelligent, smart human being, though, and wrestling is like I've been fortunate enough never to suffer a concussion in there, but he's done things in where he's got kicked in the head, and like it's I think though he's had so many by the time he got to WWE that it's a lot easier for him to get them. And but I also believe he's good enough to protect himself to not get him on things on his end. Problem is, you're in a physical sport, and you're in a sport and an entertainment world where you're trusting your body in other people's hands, and there's no rhyme or reason to things sometimes, and it's not ballet. There's going to be physical contact. For sure. And sometimes in timing and things are not always 100%, and it's tough. It's a tough call, but I think Daniel Bryan is more than earned the right to make that decision for himself, and he has a wife and a kid, and
they got a baby.
He's going to wrestle. He's going to fucking wrestle no matter what. He is a wrestler. WWE can see if he's medically able to do it and hopefully control it. That way he's protected outside, because if he leaves and goes and wrestles, I think he's better off staying there and wrestling if he can, if that makes sense. So, but I'm curious to see, little guy took my sandal. My other one's outside. He's in a mood tonight because they didn't get walked because Phoenix came early, but he
came.
You stole their walk from them.
Oh,
no,
wow.
They're going tonight. So it's a really delicate situation because nobody really knows exactly. He's been told by other doctors he's okay to wrestle, but the WWE doctor said, no, you're not. Mm-hmm. So it's like one of those, like, well, what the fuck something doesn't add up. Something doesn't make sense. And I think if he's more than okay to wrestle, he should be wrestling. Yeah. But we'll see what happens. And I think he's earned the right to be able to make that decision also. And he knows himself, and he's a fighter, he's a warrior, and but people are trying to protect him too. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. But he's one of my favorite people, so I want nothing but the best for him. So, but I know if he's not happy, and I know he's not happy, probably just being on a TV role on WWE.
Yeah.
He needs that physical release, and I hope he gets it. So.
Yes.